Back here, out again for a night coin hunt. Got the Nocta Macro Simplex Plus. I've got it fully charged. Got it down to 2 bars and I cranked it up again. So nice. Got about 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours of battery life before it dropped down and I recharged it. I also charged up the Fox LE light so that well, we're fully charged. It's time to go check out some, maybe some coinage here. So let's give it a try. And I notched out 25 and below, hopefully being able to target some of the good stuff. Okay, right. And so far it's just the structure. All right, I'm gonna start doing a expanding circle search, centric circle search. Okay, and I think the last time I was here was maybe 2 weeks ago. So hopefully anything I find here is some new stuff. Okay, so far slim pickings, but some of my best finds have always started out kind of slow too, so we'll see. Mixed signal there, working it. Got a lot of traffic tonight, holy cow. Let's go over here. Try by these swings. No, it's the structure, more of the structure. These are these little kid swings meant for like infants and stuff. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's try by this structure. Here we go. What is this? Mixed signal, 30s, 20s. Let's give it a look. Let's see what this could be. What will be the first find this evening? Okay. All right. I'm still getting over a little cold here from the cold temps we had, and then now we got some warm temps, actually hitting the 80s today. Okay. All right. I don't hear it there anymore. Maybe I kicked it out. Let's see. That's over here now. Now I see it. Some of that foil trash stuff. Howdy, how's it going? Just doing a little night coin hunt. Charged up the battery on the Nocta and charged up the battery on the Fox LE light, and I'm all good to go. Now I just got to find something. And I did this one different. I notched out 25 and below so that I could skip all maybe the trashy stuff and maybe focus more on the good stuff. So let's see. All right, kind of work our way around the structures. Maybe a short hunt tonight, just depends. It is a nice night though. I tell you what, there's hardly any wind and the temperatures are pretty comfortable right now. Okay, nothing there. Let's go on over here. Let's go try here. Let's work this structure. Okay. And I did notice that I don't pick up near as much of the trash with that notch setting, notching out at 25 and below, even though that may mean I might be missing a ring or two. That's the nature of the business, I guess. All right, let's go over here. No, that's a sidewalk. Let's go on over here to the structure. A little playground set here. Let's see if we can get anything here. I've been here about 2 weeks ago. Anything I find, I'm anticipating it's going to be some recent finds, recent stuff lost. So we'll see how that pans out. And since I notched out the 25 and below, I'm thinking I can do a lot quicker search. We'll see how that goes. All right. Well, that's a structure right there. More structure. We'll work underneath there in a moment. Oh, wait. No. Man, I thought that was something. Okay. Nothing yet. Holy cow. Let's go back this way. All right. Over here by these ladder thing and little monkey bar set. We'll just kind of... No. That's a structure. Anytime I get near the structure and I go side to side, you're going to get a double signal. That's why you come in at it more straight at it, and that'll give you a better indication if you have something there. Anytime you go side to side, you're going to get that double return, which is going to fake you out thinking you got something. All right, well, I wasn't expecting much, but I was exactly expecting something because, like I said, I was here about 2 weeks ago. All right, let's go underneath here. This one, for some reason, I usually find something here underneath the structure. No, that's a lot of the metal poles. I'll slow the coil search down to maybe help isolate a double return, but right now it's pretty slim. Holy cow. This may be a quick hunt tonight. All right, let me come back around. I did find a man's wedding ring the other day. Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, yesterday, in fact. It's one of those, the black one that's meant to, it's not gold, it's black, and I think it's meant to be worn as more of a work one that you can beat up kind of dealy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so that's a 90. That's a potential quarter. Okay, so I'm getting the return right here. And I'm also getting the return from over here from this metal thing. But that is definitely a target. And that was that double return I was listening for. Let's see if it's a quarter. Let me get you a better view. And this certainly wasn't here the other day. Okay, let's see. All right. Come on. Seems kind of deep, though, for... wait a minute. It's throwing me here. Oh, here we go. I moved it. It's back in here now. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Fairly new quarter, too. Yeah, a recent find. Nice! All right. The Nocta is definitely a 90s machine. When it hit 90s. Of course, I did run into a park or playground where I was getting a lot of this metal that was coming at the 70s. I mean, they were sounding like quarters and dimes, and it turned out to be this metal that I had no clue what it was. But it was all chopped up and everything, like it came from a pipe maybe or something. Anyhow, that's a quarter. And that was a tough find, being up next to one of these little metal things that you gotta listen for. All right. At least I didn't strike out. I'm liking that. All right. Let's see if we can locate something else here. And I find that when you're working these metal structures, it's really just making sure that you listen closely for that. Here we go. Double return right there. Okay, it could be something else, but that tells me I need to look. When in doubt, you gotta dig. Okay, and since we got a all metal pinpointer mode here with the Garrett Pro Pointer, that's always a plus. Okay, it's over here now. Okay, right there. All right, let me dig it out here real quick. And let's see if we can confirm at least what this is. The machines, or the Pro Pointers, interfering with my machine, so you'll hear that in the background. All right, okay, let's go check it out. Maybe I kicked it out. Sounds like it's right here. This is a tough one. Let's try it. Okay, all right. Must have overshot it, but let's go ahead and dig that up. Like I was saying, and when in doubt, just dig it. Especially when you're working these mulch pile or the mulch playgrounds, much more forgiving when it comes to digging, because you can dig it up and cover it up pretty easy and not damage the area. Okay, so that's the metal pole. But there's something, I'm getting something right here. Okay, let's see if I can find this thing. It's like a challenge now, you know. Got a target. Where is it? What is it? Kind of more interested in what it could be, or am I getting fooled by the metal structure? Okay, it's not there anymore. Wait. No, that's the pole itself. So this might be the case where it fooled me. Yeah, tough one. All right, I'm gonna have to call it, and let's keep going. Bummer. I was getting excited about that. Anything I find here, because last time I was here, I picked up a lot of that full trashy stuff. So I'm hoping that I picked up enough that I can get a decent clear search. Oh, well, there's one right there. Some of that foily stuff right there. But hey, I found a quarter. So just 25 cents closer to the break-even quest to pay this machine off in clad coins. That's my big quest with this machine. Can I pay it off with clad coins? I've got about 60 hours of search time on it and about close to 40 bucks in clad coins. So I got a ways to go. But hey, it's a challenge, you know. Definitely not doing this for the money. It's part of the hobby, I guess. All right. It's and I call this the metal detecting mobile live stream in real life, so I can give others who are thinking about metal detecting as a hobby an idea of what the hobby's like. In this case, for me, it's basically opportune moments at night when the area is not crowded with a bunch of people, and being able to do these night hunts and looking for some coins and maybe the occasional jewelry. Like yesterday, I got that wedding ring, black wedding ring. If you look at the channel and the community post, I think I posted some pictures of it. Okay, this is under some netting over here. All right, let's go work this big old slide thing. Let's go around it. Okay, there's a pole that's gonna be returning a sound. Target ID. Here we go. Something over here. Not so great. You'll get an indication, but then you won't hear a double return. So to me, it's like, move on. I'll spend 1,500 bucks. Holy cow. I can't really tell you because I've only owned 3. One of them old Radio Shack metal detectors, Fisher 1225X, and this Nocta. The most I paid was 200 or 300 bucks for the Fisher back in 1986. But what I can say is what to look for feature-wise that I liked. You want to have discrimination, sensitivity. If you have the ability to have a depth meter, you don't have to have it, but you definitely want to have that discrimination feature so you can notch out things. Like right now, I notched out 25 and below. I am getting some indication of something here. Okay. Let's see if I can. Built-in pinpointers helpful. Ground mineralization, that's kind of helpful. Could be in places with a lot of mineralization, I guess. But yeah, I couldn't really give you a good advice there. But 1,500 bucks, you definitely can find a good machine. A buddy of mine used Garrett, so I used the Garrett pointer and was happy with the Fisher for 40 years. So I can tell you those are pretty good. And then this Nocta is pretty surprising. It's lighter than the Fisher. It's waterproof. It's actually a fun one. I do like to have that shaft that collapses, and the target ID feature I definitely like. Plus I like being able to charge the battery right here. The big thing though from a battery perspective is once it dies down, I think you have to at some point return it to the manufacturer. So right now I've been keeping track of how many times I've charged it up and recharged it, or discharged it and recharged it, and at some point I'm hoping I can get a good idea as to at what point will I have to turn this in to get a new battery. But right now I got 60 hours on it, and it's not bad. I'm liking it. You do want to have, if you don't have like a volume control feature like my old Fisher, just get you some headphones that has volume control. If you don't have a depth meter, the workaround is to just lift your coil up and listen for the return, or put your coil down and listen for the return, and or when you lose it, lose the signal. Yeah, I use that one forever. I mean, the main thing I would say was discrimination, the pinpoint feature on it, but do get you a pinpointer. And if I keep freezing up, bummer. It's probably because I'm in some bad coverage. All right, okay. See, to the right was silver coin. Okay, yeah, silver coins. This one kind of, I think silver comes in 50s plus. Gold ring. Okay, 10-karat ring 47. So those usually get me going when I start hearing that. Iron gold. Yeah, so I detected this one 2 weeks ago. I found a few coins, some charms and whatnot. So at this point, I'm just kind of doing a cursory search to see if anything new popped up. And so far, it's been a quarter. I was hoping to see if maybe I might find some more jewelry like I did yesterday with that wedding ring, men's wedding ring. It's a men's one. I put it on and it fit my middle finger. I mean, holy cow. All right, okay, let's go over here. All right, I'm gonna start working this outside area and see. All right, so I didn't have a screen-only chirps. My barn was built, and so I went under it, and a metal detector. Wow, 1840s, nice. Bet you can find some good stuff there. All right, this is always fun. This is all metal stuff that the kids like to bang on, and it's like got some different tones. It's like a xylophone, but standing up. And here you just kind of work your coil slower. And right here, 26s. So probably gonna be trash. Let me go check it out. But yeah, for years I detected without one of these handheld pinpointers. And then this metal detecting forum I was on, some of the old schoolers said get you a pinpointer. Ever since then, I have not looked back. I have to say, I do like the pinpointer. Oh man, I can feel the underlayment. That's what happens in these mulched parks. They put an underlayment down there, and I really don't go past it. It's that little like weed barrier that you put down to keep grass from growing through on your your garden landscaping stuff. So as a rule of thumb, I don't go past it. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, so it's one of those cases where you kind of know you're not going to find too much because you detected it before, but it's a small enough park and it's a quick enough search that I can come out and just do a fast sweep and possibly pick up anything that has shown up since the last time I was here. And in this area, I've really not seen too many other detector guys. I think I've seen 2 over the years. All right, so and I do like doing the night coin hunts, mainly because ever since I got this light here, This Fox LED light, it has made a difference. Because before I was using a flashlight, and then now I use this, and it has an elastic band, and I just stick it around my waist and goes right over my tool belt, and I can do that. Both ends free, dig away, and I've got a neck harness and the phone right here so you guys can see everything happening. But unfortunately, like I think someone was saying, I was kind of coming in and out and maybe getting a lot of erratic movement on the video. Could be just because I'm not in good coverage right now. Comes and goes in this area, so we'll play it by ear. But if not, hopefully I can still continue to talk to you and describe what I'm doing or seeing or showing. Okay, so right now it's just the perimeter search, trying to see if we can pick up anything. Faster sweep than I normally would if I'm really working an area methodically. And at this point it's a mulched playground, and it does have that underlayment that could be anywhere as like shallow as 2 inches all the way down to a foot. I was at another playground park, and they laid that underlayment about 2 inches down. So with this coil, you can definitely search an area pretty quickly if you're just looking at the top 2 inches of the surface. Nope. Okay, all right. What was this? Nope. Yeah, I think last time I found a few pennies and some nickels, which is good. You get nickels, that means you're in the range for some coin, or some rings. All right. Okay, let's start working the gaps now. After I've gone around the perimeter of the structures and the perimeter of the playground itself, now I just start working the gaps that I missed on that search and see if I can pick up anything with that. So let's see. Oh, man, 95. Normally a quarter comes in at the 90s, more like the 91, 92. And this one's acting weird. So this could be a large piece of metal, or it could be a quarter. We'll check it out. Let's see. I think I found like a Coke bottle top that other time when I searched. It says it was deep too, so let's pop it out. One thing I like doing is when it comes to trowels and digging in this, I like having a pretty strong handled one-piece handle that allows me to work the area quickly. And this one has a little pointy thing, plus it has some like a ruler deal, so I can kind of see how deep I've dug. I bet that could be the underlayment again, or it could be that base structure that they did when they rebuilt the park, and there used to be another foundation base here. Yeah, I can feel it. Wow, that was pretty deep. About 7-8 inches down. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, let's go ahead and cover that up. Yeah, it didn't sound, the way the sound was coming back, it didn't sound like a quarter. That quarter that I found over there had a definite sharp beep or return compared to that one. All right, so let's see if I can just do a scan, work the areas, the gaps, and maybe I can find something else other than that quarter. Okay, that's the structure. A lot of metal playground structure here. And then the sound to the right is the concrete barrier. Must be some kind of metal rebar or something in it. Okay, what was that? No, nope. All right, so I sweep to the right, get a return. When I come back, don't hear anything. That means to move on. Okay, all right, well, at least I can work the area quicker since I notched out everything below 25. Mom's losing the rings. Yeah, sometimes kids losing their rings too. There's a lot of times I found some kid rings as well. All right, find a lot of charms and pendants. I do say that, especially when I work a playground at a school. That last school I went, helped the road. Found some good stuff there that was surprisingly good. But I hadn't hunted that one in over a year. So that one had a lot of time to rest. All right, let's go work this gap here. See what happens. Who gives her? I don't know. I found James Avery stuff. I found tennis bracelets. Yeah, I was surprised. Maybe it is like a mom and them. But then I found some rings that are definitely for small fingers. Maybe it was a petite lady or something. Oh, bear with me. It's over here. Came in at the 30s. Mixed signal too, so I'm not sure what this could be. But I'm gonna dig it just in case. All right. Man, I'm worried it's back in that underlayment again. I can feel it. All right, let me check it real quick. Maybe I kicked it out. Oh yeah, I did. 30s, possible pull tab, possible nickel. Let's see what it says. And it says it's a pull tab right there. Metal detecting in real life. Pull tabs, which could also mean a ring. That's the crazy thing about this. Could be a gold ring as well. All right, yeah, who would have thought that a pull tab registers the same as a gold ring? Here's a mixed signal 50 somethings. Usually when I get a mixed signal like that, it's usually like foil, trash. Like here's my wedding ring here. It's a 10 karat gold wedding band. I'll throw it on the ground there. And it comes in solid 46, 47. And you hear how sharp that sounded? If you could, over the car noises in the background. That's what I'm listening for, that sharp return. Beep, 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 beep. Other times you'll just kind of get a not so sharp return and you're like kind of hesitant about it. I think I dug that one up earlier. That was that underlayment piece. Okay, let's go back over here. And if you're married and you got a wedding ring or a ring, you got a ring on, doesn't hurt to just put it on the ground and see what your machine registers as. That gives you a really good indication of what to anticipate if you hear that sound. Yeah, I've done it before where I've been in different places, and with the Fisher I didn't have a target ID, so I would have to just go by the sound of my ear. I like to know if you have ever found a silver jar. That's a real silver or 50-cent piece. Let's see. Dimes. I found silver dimes, but no silver 50-cent pieces. And I did find like a standing or sitting dime, barber dime, I think, back in Monterey in a sand playground set that supposedly they were getting the sand from the beach area that used to be by the old bathhouse, and that's why I found it there. Had a Fisher 1265. Nice. I had the 1225. Oh, I still have the 25X, and I think I used it a month or two ago just because I got some new batteries for it and I wanted to give it a little exercise, but I've since retired it, even though I like that machine. Okay, let's go over here. No, you don't need a permit here, but some cities and some counties you do. But in this particular city, no permit required. If you go to the Corps Engineer Lakes, you do need to have a permit. If you go to, like, I think further south, a couple of counties require that. Just check your local ordinances. Okay, here it's mainly when the park closes, you got to be out of there. So it's from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. is the park hours. Okay, let's work the perimeter here, and then I'll work the gaps. And at this point, I'm going to have to call it because, well, I must have searched it out really good the last time I was here. So far, I only got a quarter. Love the coins, good to find. Oh yeah, they're always good. And gets me closer to the break-even quest. I decided when I got this machine, I was like, how long is it going to take me to pay this thing off with clad coins? Mind you, I might be able to find other, good jewelry. I found some gold with this, gold bracelet, several rings, pendants, charms, and all that. And I'm sure at some point I could probably break even with that, but I want to go straight clad coins and take it to the little coin machine. Oh, look at this. Surface find. Oh, what is this thing? Oh, it's a Hot Wheel. It's a Hot Wheel. This is weird. It's a Hot Wheel, but it looks like it's also a candy deal. No, I haven't detected in the graveyard. Kind of spooky on that. Let's see. Oh, no, let's see. Hot Wheels, and then it's got a guy with his tongue sticking out like it's really hot. And then I guess it's like supposed to be like a hot sauce or something. All right, cool. All right. So a quarter and a Hot Wheel. What type of detector I'm using? Not the Macro Simplex Plus. All right, okay, let's keep going. And then I'm using a Pro Pointer. Hear it? Pro Pointer. It's the 1 versus the 2 and the AT and all those other models. And this is one of the first ones that came out, and I find it does well. Battery on it will last a good while. Just a little 9-volt battery. I think over the years, I think I've swapped out the battery 3 times in what, a 15-year period? Yeah. So, and you don't use it much. You just turn it on when you're looking for stuff, and then you turn it off again. So I'm sure it would last a while. Check the bottom of it. Bottom of what? The Hot Wheel? Okay, let's go and open up the gap here, see if there's anything. Over here, the first I found a bracelet right here. First search of the year, January 1 of this year. But it was a beat up, not a real real jewelry break. It was, you could see where the plating and all that. White's brand detector. Back in the day, it was really Fisher, Garrett, and White's was what a lot of coin hunters were using. And then one of my old college buddy had the old school White's, you know, that boxy looking one. And he and I helped another buddy find his Aggie ring. We're both Aggies from College Station, Texas, and he seemed to like it. I've not used one, but there it is right there. Okay, that's what you have, one of the boxy ones. The main thing that I would say I like when it comes to the ergonomics of the detector, I like having that right there. You know, on my old Radio Shack, all it had was just this handle where you held it, and your arm or your wrist would just get so tired. But having this on there, you just pop it on there, and this is so light, I can detect for hours with this thing. Not an issue. It's like just another extension of my hand or my arm. All right. Of course, what's that meme or something where, what was it? It shows a metal detector guy and he's right-handed and he's got a huge right hand or right arm and his left hand is real skinny. I'm not like that. I've got some, symmetry, but this is a light detector also. Here we go. Mixed signal, 27s, 31s. Gotta dig it. Let's dig it. We got time tonight. Right there. Mr. Foil. Right there. Yep. That's it right there. You want to experience the real metal detecting in real life. That there is it. I have to get one, but no hurry. Gotta let 2 foot of snow. Oh, man, yeah. We had 8 inches of snow here about 3-4 weeks ago, and to me, that was brutal. But now here it is. 80 something today. It's just tons of temperature swings. It's kind of probably why I got a cold here. All right, I'm getting a mixed signal here. Man, I'd rather have a solid signal, but mixed signals, it forces me to go dig it. And, you know, as a rule of thumb, when in doubt, dig it. It's the same thing like when I go fishing. When in doubt, think you got a strike or not. When in doubt, set the hook. Oh, same thing here. When in doubt, just dig. All right. Let's see what we got down here. Further down, close to the underlayment again. So that's the other good thing about this is I could dig quickly, and if I hit the underlayment, I know to stop. Wow, it's still down there. I can hear just some faint pings or returns. Let's see. Did I kick it out? I may have kicked it out. It's a weird sound though. Not very strong at all. Let's see what it could be. There it is. Some of that copper wire that definitely can frustrate you. Pretty cool though, huh? Look at that. Found it about 10 inches down. Not bad. Not bad for this machine. All right. I'm still working the gaps, but I think I'm pretty close to getting all the gaps covered here. So let's just work it here. And then do certainly enjoy you guys on joining me on these hunts. 36s, potential pull tab, quarter, or nickel. So let's go check it out. It's over here. Right there. Man, I moved it already. I think I kicked it out. Let me check it out. Yeah, it's right there. Oh man, he can chase stuff like crazy. Yeah, must be small. There it is. Holy cow, another one of those copper wirely deals. Dig it. I like it. Okay, all right. It's gonna come back up here by the sidewalk area, and I think at this point I may have covered everything. I mean, it's a small area. Okay, and then back here is where I was, right there. Oh, what is that? No, that's a sidewalk. But earlier I got that quarter, and it was up against the metal pole, so I got to demo those instances. Here's a good example. Okay, so here's the concrete. You're gonna get a return going to the left. Okay, but then you hear that? So I'm getting something over here. Right in here. Something over here or something over here. Let me see if I can pinpoint it. Somewhere over here. For some reason, there's something there too, I think. But let's go look at this one. All right. So a lot of times you're using your eyes on, you know, scanning the ground and looking at your detector, but you're also searching with your ears, listening for the return from your machine and seeing how it's reacting to a particular target. So it's multiple sensors. All right, this guy's hiding from me, playing hard to get. All right, let's dig it out a little bit more, and then I'll check it, and then I'm also check it with the machine. That could be the underlayment again. Holy cow. Let me check it. Okay, it's not there. Okay, maybe I missed it. It was over here. Interesting. Something here. Wonder if it's more of that wiry stuff again. Okay, there we go. Oh, I see something. I think. Oh man, it's a lead weight, like a egg sinker weight, like when you go fishing. Ah, all right. I'll take that. I like the fish. I can always use an egg sinker. All right. Let's go check it just in case. Okay. All right. Maybe it's because of the shape it was giving me a different return, but see, I gave you an idea. I'm just kind of searching this way, and I heard a different sound, a double return, and that told me go look at it. So let's go ahead and go this way and see if I can maybe get another example of the double return. Oh, here we go. This one's got a higher signal too, 68, 69. Potential penny alert, potential penny alert. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. And it said it was shallow. All right, I've got an awesome 26 cents after 48 minutes of searching. Nice. That's definitely lower than minimum wage. All right, yeah, you certainly don't do this for the money. It's a hobby. It's an addiction. It's that chance you might find something more than just a clad coin, all right? And it does happen. You just got to gut it out. Keep searching. Keep going. I look at it as a little exercise, a little time to get out and stay active and get a few deep knee bends because I use knee pads here and I do a deep knee bend. Best find was next to a sidewalk, Morgan Dollard. Nice. Yeah, sidewalks. Okay, so finish up this perimeter search. Okay, I'm slowing the coil down too, just in case I can get that. Here we go. Oh, that's trash. I can see it right on top. Go ahead and pick it up. Right there. Aluminums. How much? There's so many options. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the Garretts. I'll tell you what I have right here, the Nocta Macro Simplex Plus. I think they don't make it anymore. I think it's the Ultra or the Light. And then the Fishers, I got an affinity for them, but that's because I have an old Fisher. And had some buddies with the Garrett. Those are really good. Bottom line, I'd go with a name brand one. Two, I would make sure you have the ability to have discrimination and so that you can notch out some of these items. Like right now, I've notched out right here. I don't know if you can see it too well. Right at the top, there's a top bar up here. I've notched out anything that's 25 and below. And in this particular machine, 25 or 26 on up is usually where I find still trash, but I'll still find some good stuff with it also. And then make sure you have a little arm deal here because you'll get tired if you don't. I think sensitivity wise, you have the sensitivity feature. I don't have, this one has volume control. My other machine didn't, but then my workaround was to use a headphone that had volume control. Here we go. These 70s, man, let's go check it out. If it stayed at a solid 90s, I'd be thinking it's quarter, but since it's jumping around a bunch, ooh, we'll see. Sandy beaches. So saltwater, you gotta be careful on the machine you get. Make sure it has the ability to handle that. And I don't have the details on that, but I'm sure kind of search some of the other YouTube channels where some of the more expert individuals can give you a rundown on that. But I've hunted both with the Fisher 1225X in saltwater. Not so much with this machine, the Nocta. Where did this thing go? Holy cow, it was right on top. But yeah, you definitely have to play it differently in saltwater. There we go, I moved it. Okay, let's see. Okay, I moved it, so it had to have been on top, pretty close to the top. Yeah, and as you see here, you definitely want to have a pinpointer because most times I just have to drop on one knee and I can search for it. And see, what's happening here is I've located the target here, and as I was trying to find it, I've since pushed it out, and now I'm chasing the target. And it could be brutal. There it is. Because it could get hidden very easily. Look at this right there. Little piece of copper sheathing or something. So I chased this thing. I was running it all the way here and using a machine to try pinpointing it. It's good at locating it and capturing it and where its initial spot is, but as you're digging, you're going to kick it out. You're going to move it around. And I've found little lead BB shot, like shotguns or little BBs themselves from like a little BB gun. And I've been able to find it because I had that pinpointer. Can you calibrate for different metals? I'm not sure if it's calibrate versus measure. Usually with my first machine and this machine, what I did was I took a penny, a nickel, a dime, a quarter, a 50-cent piece, some of those dollar coins like the Susan B. Anthony or the Sacagawea one, and I laid those down and I looked at how my machine would register. In the case of the Fisher that didn't have the target ID feature, I went by sound. The sound would be much different versus on this one, the target ID will be different. And then once you have that, you can adjust your discrimination so you can maybe stay on the edge of things and kind of live dangerously and not pick up as much pull tabs or foily trash, but still pick up a few pull tabs and a nickel or and potentially a ring, because those usually come in at the same setting. So yeah, you're just mainly testing your machine. If you want to really call it calibration, I would say you can discriminate or notch out a particular setting. So here, 25 and below. So I don't hear any of the low ferrous, iron sounds. I don't get as much of that foily stuff like bubblegum wrapper stuff and all that. But I still pick up pull tabs, and I do want that because that is a ring, potential ring. Okay, and then doesn't hurt to just grab some of your jewelry, put it on the ground, and listen to the tones as well. And that is how I would break in a machine. It's basically before I even set foot out with that machine, I'm gonna test it and at least get an idea what my machine is indicating or what may be down there. Okay. And I used to keep a little notepad or note card when I first was learning this machine, but now I've got it memorized. I'm like, okay, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And, as a rule of thumb, when in doubt, dig it. Like right here, when in doubt, I dug that one and got junk. All right. I do like on this Nocta, when I take out the notches and no discrimination, I do have a setting so that if I do pick up any iron, like the rusty nails and iron wire stuff or whatever, it'll come in with a low tone. It'll come in like in the single digits, and I'll just hear like a little buzzy sound, that tells me I'm picking up iron. And that helps a lot if you're in an area with a lot of trash like iron. All right, I think I did it. Yeah, it's really fun having you guys on. Well, I won't show exactly what I got this round other than I can show you this. I got a quarter, I got a penny, I got less trash, but that's because I notched out the trash, and I got me a Hot Wheel. Other than that, stay tuned. I plan on doing some more of these. All right, thanks again and take care. Next time, catch y'all later, and happy hunting.